What is going on, you fine people? So today I'm gonna, well, I've already done one chain, but trying my hand at using a double bevel and converting my chain into square hand file. Let's see here. See if I can get it to show up. That guy right there has a bit of a beak on it. I'm gonna try and take that down. Same with that one. This is one I've done up already. I got my angle a little bit hard. Typically you want a 5 to 10 degree angle on your side plate. It's a bit much. That's the very first one I've ever done. So anyway, I'm gonna get set up here and do some square filing. A little tour of the shed. Of course, got saws hanging up, 660, 266, 045, 441, the Husky, a couple little Macs up there. Pulaski I need to get done for Greg Moore. I need to get it done bad. Big muley I shot a couple of years ago. Then this is the newest addition to the shed. Just a little storage deal. Got all my gas and oil and stuff down there. Gas cans. Extra stuff. Just gotta order in from Madsen's some wedges and stuff. But yeah, we'll get set up. I think I'm gonna throw that 28-inch light bar back on the 441. And since we're in smaller timber, I'm gonna pack that 441 with a light bar. The square hand file. We'll see. It's kind of hard to steer away when you got more power with the Husky. Just got that in from Madsen's. By no means am I claiming to be good at this. Trying to find the right angles and get it to cut. We'll try it out tomorrow on the stump. It's kind of hard trying to convert everything that I have already round file into square file. So it's a lot easier once it's already shaped for square file. Okay, see that? Yeah, getting nice and shiny. And I'll take a rag and wipe them filings off. It seems to help a little bit, just because I'm having to file so much to get these teeth shaped. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Let's see if I can get you guys in a little bit closer on it. How's that for a first timer? Not too shabby. I think I need to angle it down a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, first timer, ain't the greatest. Just trying it out. And like I said, we'll see how it cuts tomorrow when we're on the stump. I'd like to thank all the people who've donated to Kelsey's Classroom Fund. You guys are freaking awesome. Right now, you guys have raised almost $1,000 to help supply her classroom We cannot thank you people enough. You guys are so generous. Dell, you just donated. To the anonymous people who've donated, thank you guys so much. If you're watching this and you've donated, just know in our hearts we thank you guys more than you'll ever know. We appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos. I don't know how we got so lucky to have such a great group of friends on this little YouTube journey. Yeah, I need to angle it down a little bit more, I think. Oh, dang. Oh yeah, that's looking way better. I believe, like I said, we'll know tomorrow. I'm still gonna run some of my round file just in case it doesn't cut worth a dang. Tell me how that looks. It's looking a little better, I believe. One thing I like using these gloves out here in the saw shop. I can't even talk. In the saw shack. Just because I'm always dealing with oil, filling up oil jugs and stuff like that, and they're easier to wipe off. My cotton gloves, the white knitted gloves, just soak up a lot of oil and gets to be a pain. It ruins them a lot quicker. I mean, they're pretty inexpensive. I think I pay like $1.29 or $1.69, and I buy those from the local gas station. But yeah, I like these rubber gloves for dealing with all my oil and my gas and stuff like that, and then filing. But yeah, I'm learning how to hand file, square hand file, just to see, it's actually not that hard. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. I mean, obviously I'm still trying to get down my angles, and we'll see how, like I said, we'll see how it cuts. That's the main thing. As long as it cuts good, smooth, we'll run with it. But I think I need to go a little bit steeper on my angles. Obviously keep that side plate 5 to 10 degrees from what I've researched. Oh, that one is beautiful. Wow. Let me go a couple more on it. Wow, that's like almost like some of the factory grinds I've had. Getting a bit of a side beak. Pretty dang good. Let me take you guys off here. Let's see here. Which tooth is it? Sorry, it's a bit shaky. Dang Dang it, the lighting's not that good. Excuse me, dang. Allergies have been kicking my butt. I stopped at the property. That's another thing I'll include maybe tomorrow on my way home from work. So I live here, I drive 45 minutes, and that's where the property is. Well, we have, it's a, excuse me, another logger in the area. His father runs cattle and stuff like that, and they found out that we had got the property and stuff, and they had asked if we would want to do a crop share and them cut and bale all that meadow or the fields. So we're doing a crop share. Obviously we don't have the farm equipment to do it. We planned on grazing it this year. We still are gonna throw some cows in there, but there's so much grass in them fields that we could throw 20 head in there after they cut it, and they would be able to eat till winter in there. So we're gonna have them cut it, do a crop share, and get some hay out of the deal. Plus it'll benefit the field, and it'll keep fire danger down. So I'll try and include a clip on that tomorrow if they had started cutting it. Oh wow, man. Oh, and then I just go and bugger the dang thing up. Thank you guys for all the input on, Cody Barber. I just mentioned him in the last video. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. He's a timber faller from NorCal, Northern California. Obviously has way more experience than me, and he's not afraid to give his input, and I respect that, as long as everyone's being respectful towards me and not a complete idiot. I'm all ears, especially when it's someone that has way more experience. I'm green as heck, and I ain't afraid to admit that. Can I fall a tree where I want it to go? Yeah. Do I know everything about timber falling? I never will. That's where a lot of guys, kind of, I don't even want to get into it. I don't know everything. I will never claim to know everything. I want to learn as much as I can while I can to be able to pass that knowledge on. These guys that go out there and beat their chest and are some big badass timber faller, I mean, come on now. It's not that hard to fall a freaking tree. I've had a saw in my hand since I was 8 years old. I mean, people might think I'm a little better than I claim to let on. I will never act like that. I love learning. First time I met my buddy Danny, you guys have watched his couple videos ago, watched my buddy Danny cut with me. The very first time I met him, I had been cutting right away for a while then, and I was excited to get paired up with him because I've heard about Danny. I've watched some of his videos on Facebook and stuff like that, and everyone's like, oh, Danny Trevino this, Danny Trevino that. He's a solid cutter. I mean, like he says, his stumps ain't perfect, but his trees go where they want them to go. And first day I met Danny, I told him, I said, I know how to fall a tree and put it where I want it to go. I said, but I'm all ears and open to anything you got to teach me. And we cut together, I think, 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, I picked up so much knowledge off of that man. I mean, it was some of the stuff he showed me in 3 hours. I was like, holy smokes. But yeah, that day was a wild day. We got to work, started cutting about 4:30 in the morning. We was cutting some right away, and man, the winds picked up. We had high winds, and heck, some of the winds I've been cutting in, people probably would never cut in, and probably shouldn't cut in unless you're comfortable. But there was 2 other cutters with me and Danny that day. They were across the canyon, and they ended up coming over in our area and got us out of there, because me and Danny were assholes and elbows just dumping trees. And they come over and got our attention and said there was 4 trees. Me and Danny was each on a tree and they could see us, and they said in the amount of time it took us to make our face cuts or back cuts and dump those 2 trees, there was 4 trees that dropped around us, and we didn't hear them. We had earplugs in, loud saws, and so yeah, we got the heck out of there. Got to where our trucks were, and there was a bunch of trees down in front of our trucks and behind our trucks. We had to cut our way out of there. We spent probably 30 minutes, 5 of us, with the excavator too, getting our trucks to where we could get out of there. We come around the canyon corner. It was actually right below where we're cutting right now. Come around the corner and a giant fire was going. And yeah, we spent a lot of hours that night moving equipment out of there. I mean, there was like 4 fires that sparked off of that high windstorm. It was bad. We spent most of the night getting equipment moved. And every single one of us ran out of Copenhagen. And it was a long, long night. It was a rough night. Got a little bit of a top beak on that one. But I'm gonna get this side sharpened up, and then I'll bring you guys back when I start filing my rakers. I normally when I'm doing my rakers with my little file, I go sharpen it on that side, flip the chainsaw over, hit it this way, and then I'll do all my rakers from one side. Well, I started using this big file, and it chatters big time if I go the opposite direction on these rakers. So, you know, I'll do them on this side, and then I'll flip my chainsaw around, sharpen the other side, and then sharpen my rakers from that side. But I like this file because it really hogs the material off fast versus a smaller file, regular raker file. But anyway, this video is getting kind of long. I'm gonna bring you guys back when I'm doing my rakers. I'll try and bring you folks in for a little closer view. So let me see here if I can find a very fine pointer versus my finger. So what I'm trying to do is get this corner right here to match up in the corner of the cutter. So that's where I'm trying to bring that. Like I said, it's some work to get the tooth shaped for square file, because all my chain is round file. Oh yeah, that one is gorgeous. Wow. Let me see if I can get a little more light in here. And get you guys in for a closer look. There it is. Oh wow. Look at that. Not bad for a first timer. It is sticky. Another tip, these work great for throwing in a backpack when I'm cutting. They're pretty durable bottle. I run 2 of those in my backpack, and of course, you know, younger generation gotta have an energy drink. You know, I like this 0 sugar, 0 calorie type, you know, now and again, and it's mostly for flavor. I don't drink a ton of them, but I do drink them along with coffee. These little containers, if anyone's wondering, are just instant coffee. Folgers instant coffee. My brother got me drinking that last year during archery elk season, just because it was quick and easy. And they work great. Got a wide open lid. Throw screws and stuff in them. Down there I got a bunch of saw parts, extra horseshoe nails, wedges, more screws, spark plugs. And then another container I like is a Talenti ice cream. These are pretty durable containers. You can see in them. Just a little quick tip. Chainsaw mill down there. I need to get that out and used. Axes. Yeah, I need to get saw gas and stuff together, but yeah, like I said, I'll bring it back when I'm doing my rakers. All right, so here we go. Raker gauge, West Coast saw. Love this thing. A lot of guys say that they can't use it with full comp or full house. I haven't got the chance to try. I do have a full house chain in here. I will try it out and let you guys know, but I don't like to push down hard on the working corner just because it dulls it, especially after I just sharpened it. I am using the 25 thousandths, so it's 25 thousandths, 35, no, 25, 35, 40, and 50, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Just go until you can hear it go across this hard steel. Hear it still cutting. Yeah, these rakers are pretty high. There, hear that? Sliding across that steel. But that's all I do on my rakers. West Coast saw, 3/8, 25 thousandths. I tried 35. It was just a bit much for doing face cuts. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I greatly appreciate it if you guys could share our content. It'd help us out a ton. Just drives me to make more content. Pretty sharp, so we'll see how she does on the stump tomorrow. I'm excited. I think I will run the Husky for the rest of this unit. We're about ready to switch and start a 100-acre unit. Got another day or so in this unit, and then we'll be switching. So stay tuned for that.